And a good day, all of you. John Henderson Pierre, the Beverage Ramble, back again with you. Another Beverage Ramble edition. Today we're looking at Flight by Yuengling. This is their new, the next generation of light beer. 4.2% ABV, 95 calories, where their other light lager, the traditional light lager, is 99 calories, but 3.8%. That's lower ABV, but 2.6 carbs. Since this is the new thing, which we'll get to later. Why we're seeing a lot of these style of beers, or some say we've seen this, but this is now even more than ever before. Take a look what the beer looks like. Looks your typical light beer lager color. Nothing unique, nothing special about it. Standard scent of light beer has your barley, has some of your barley malts, has some of your hops. Standard light lager smell. Scent. Taste, I should say. Excuse me. As you see, did my hair earlier. Looking fly, yay. Shave. There's sort of a wheat, maybe grain taste I'm getting from this. I mean, the only upside is just the carbs that is just they're not in this beer versus some of the other beers. We've seen this a lot recently. This style, St. Archer Gold, one that comes to mind. Let's see, which is a Miller product. There's another beer that has the same less carbs. The Corona Premier, of course, that's another one. Same flavor, sort of amount of calories in it, but a little bit of carbs. This is the theme we've been seeing a lot over the last maybe decade and a half, maybe even 2 decades, going back to 2002. We've been seeing this where these styles of beers are growing in popularity now. People are very conscious about their health. People are very conscious about what they're putting in their bodies. Very conscious about what they're eating, consuming, liquid-wise. And these are the style of beers that have kind of grown in popularity now. All this could all date back to Michelob Ultra when it made its debut in 2002. That right there kind of really took off, where it had everything you wanted. Less calories, great flavor, less carbs, less calories, and you can consume it as many times as you want. Now, of course, Lance Armstrong was the big promoter of that beer. Now, of course, Lance Armstrong and his issues, we all know. We won't go into details of that. That's no longer the face of it, but the style of beer still is very popular now. Then others have kind of imitated it or tried to come close to it. Miller 64, even Anheuser-Busch with its own beer, Budweiser Select 55. But now you've been seeing more of it. Of course, Michelob recently put out the Ultra Gold, which I think that right there is maybe the reason why you've seen the Flight and the St. Archer Gold make their entrance into the market. You know, Michelob Ultra Gold has sort of the same flavor, or Michelob Ultra Gold, Michelob Ultra Amber, same flavor, very less carbs, maybe 2.7 or 2.5 is the amount of carbs in there. The ABV is about 4%, so very refreshing, enjoyable light beer that you can have, and that's what I'm looking at. This is, um, it is kind of high. I paid seven something for it at Walmart, 6 pack. I was gonna cocoon myself this weekend, not do much of anything, but uh, so I got two more of these left. I had a few of them over the weekend. I said, okay. Nice, refreshing, good beer. Yeah, I mean, I get that sort of grainy corn, organic. I'm getting like an organic taste to this beer, and I think that's all I can say about it. It has a very organic, very corn vibe to this. So, as far as the brewery's concerned, DG Yuengling and Son, I believe they've changed their name now to just, yep, it's still DG Yuengling and Son. Thought it could be changed Yuengling Brewing Company, but it's still DG Yuengling and Son, one of the oldest breweries here in the States. Um, they've been putting out beer since then. Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Of course, they've slowly, um, like many companies during the Prohibition era, had to reinvent itself. They made ice cream and a few other products, and then after Prohibition ended, went back to doing their beer. The company has slowly migrated and sort of expanded itself very slowly. Obviously, being a family-run company now, I believe they're in 31 states, including the District of Columbia. We got the beer here in 2000, and all of their beers in 2009. Um, and of course, the company had bought the Old Stroh's Brewery in Tampa in 1998, so they can at least expand their southern distribution, or at least expand their reach not only in the South, maybe even going further out west. Who knows? I don't think Texas gets the beer yet, so who knows? Maybe one day they will. But so far, um, Dick Yuengling, I think the second or the third, the Long family. He's sort of kind of removed himself from day-to-day operations now. Now it's his four daughters who are now running the company, and they're kind of keeping it to the same tradition, the way their dad did it, and also the way his dad and other members of the family have done it over the years. So, when I say they run like a family-run company, which is as how you run a family-run company. Everything's time, patience, and within time you don't like boom, go out like big gangbusters, but slowly, slowly, slowly get yourself to the point where everything is, you know, where you get to where you need to be. So, of course, I mentioned all the beers they do: the traditional lager, uh, the black and traditional lager, which is their signature and their flagship, their traditional lager, light, their light lager. They have their premium beer, and then their premium light, their premium light beer. They have their porter, the black and tan, which is a combination of the porter and something else. So that's also very popular. They also came out with they have a seasonal, they have their summer wheat, and also they have their Oktoberfest beer. They also had another beer, their Indian Pale Lager, which I thought was really good, but unfortunately, just I don't know, just never really kind of caught on with the masses of the folks, and I think that beer is either still continuing or discontinued. I'm not sure. Also, yeah, their porter with their premium lager makes their black and tan. Also, they did also the Chesterfield Ale. That's another beer as well. So the beers that we get here is now this, but also the traditional, the black and tan, and the light lager. Um, So those are probably the 5 beers that we get. Yeah. Traditional, light lager, black and tan. Uh, yeah, and that's it. Those are the 3. Yeah, we don't get 4 of them anymore. Um, the traditional, the light lager, the black and tan, and that's it. We don't get that now. Now this one, Flight. So just 4 beers we get from Yuengling, and whenever the seasonals come out, whatever. So, see, I kind of assume I got another one here, but for what it is, for easy drinking, light lager, you can knock a few back. You know, you can eat this with some seafood. You can eat this with some your standard, finger foods, wings, shrimp, whatever, fried shrimp, um, crawfish. Something that's just gonna with a lot of spice. You want something to kind of wash it down, that spice, something ice cold. Then this would be it for you. So for this beer, I'm gonna go with a B. About a B for this one. So this would be an 8.2, 8.3 B score for Flight. A new revolution and how the next generation of light lager, as they say. Try it out. Tell me what you think. John Henderson, Pierre, the Beverage Ramble. Team, keep on watching. As always, cheers. Live, laugh, and love. Flight, 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 flight.